Welcome to my energy update. Yes, we're doing another one. It just seems to be that that's going to be how we're rolling in the coming times, just doing energy updates, because there's not really much room for anything else, because this has to be the most deeply immersive shamanic journey I've ever been on. And that is the power of December. Does it not feel like December's been lasting for like ever, but not in a bad way? I just feel like I've been in this holding pen, which is what I said in the last video. It's like being in the depths of the chalice, in the depths of the Holy Grail, being held in a vessel. Divine feminine codes for days right now. Do you know what I mean? That's what's going on. And it's like, okay, I'm going to share with the group how it's been for me. Like, have you been feeling that you're almost like you've got a program that's on glitch that just wants to be fired up all the time to freak out, but then there's a more powerful energy going on, which is the shift into the divine feminine, which is saying, it's okay, everything's all right, just chill out. It's okay, there's nothing for you to do here. So that's like the counter conversation that has been going on here. And she's been winning. And I've been able to let go more and more and more and breathe into it because everything is basically just shifting and changing all at the same time. I haven't even left my house, and I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that, and what I thought 2025 looked like all of a sudden is just not looking like that. Plans have changed, things are going on, and it's all happening at the same time, like crumbling. Now, if this was a couple of years ago, I'd be like, yeah, we're in for a shitstorm. 2020, whenever it would be, you know what I mean? It's going to be hard, but like, this is not where we're at. We are now at the point where the divine feminine is leading. So all of this crumbling, as it were, all of this stuff falling down around your ears, all of these plans, maybe ideas or things you thought were happening, it's a redirection. We didn't get to this stage of the game for bad stuff to be happening to you, because we just didn't. This is the new earth timeline. It has been said by countless others, including myself, the channels, everything. They're all saying the same. Officially, we are fully embodied. 2025 is the new earth timeline. And we've been going through these mini layers of timeline shifts, jumping through portals, this, building up to the biggie, right? And this is the biggie, which is why December had to be so kind of like powerful in its shamanic energy, for us to be able to let go and allow what needs to happen. Because remember, our higher selves knows exactly what's going on, right? So we need to just chill the fuck out. Do you know what I mean? Just let it all happen, because your inner being, your ancient one, is like, it's fine. We know what's going on here. And I'm going to get into that in some other videos, because I've just been getting downloads of just like, okay, where we're going. Now let's rewind a little bit and just do the Gospel of Marie here. I have been through quite an intense December. We're not even over with it yet, but it's like, I've been very sick again. I know many of us have come down with sickness. This is point number 1 on my energy update. Sickness, whether it's food poisoning, whether it's flu. I got back from Egypt and I had a few days integration, and then all of a sudden, kabam, kaboom, Marie gets another sinus cold up here, and I'm still finding it quite hard to here. So it's all up here. Now this is the tone, isn't it? We're clearing out in all sorts of wonderful, funky ways in our physical bodies for good reason. Now, I have been receiving many dreams from the Sphinx. That's going to be in another video as well. I'm just waiting for the information to land to be able to fully embody it, to be able to share it, right? But that's coming. But what I will say is the Sphinx was saying, you're being prepared. Do not get involved, do not interfere, just be still and allow the transmission that is coming to you and through you to come to pass, because if you mess around with it, then you will corrupt the file and it will just scramble. So that was like quite kind of like scientific stuff. I was like, okay, well, makes sense. Sidestep to that. That's essentially the divine feminine. Be still, be chill, and let it all unfold, because it's not our job to do the heavy lifting or the hard work anymore, because like we now understand the divine balance and so on and so forth. But it is hard. It's a bit like it's muscle memory, isn't it? We're so used to fixing things. We're so used to worrying about things. There's addiction to pain. All addictions are addictions to pain, right? How you choose your substance to fire that up is entirely up to you, but it's all about the addiction to pain. And that can express now, like if you have that going on, do you know what I mean? Most of the time, I could say flat rate to all of us. Addiction to pain is negative self-talk. Addiction to the bad outcome, instead of like, going straight to that, instead of gravitating to the one that works. And I'm going to get into that in a short while. But let's rewind and go point number 1, sickness. If you are feeling out of it now, like there's good reason, because you are being prepared and there is nothing to worry about here. You've just got to let it happen. And I'm going to go into it in depth in another video, because the other video I'm going to do is all about purpose. But I'm going to be speaking a lot about it there, but I'm going to mention it here, that it's only through our smallness and us not thinking that we're a big damn deal, which we are, that we're like, oh, we're just sick for nothing. It's like, no, if you could really know who you were in lifetimes past, you would never doubt yourself again. That's what Lady Isis told me. That was a very powerful one-liner she brought. She's like, if you knew who you were, like, you wouldn't be sat here like second guessing it. You'll be like, no wonder I'm feeling so shit. No wonder I'm going through so many big things, because on that's the shadow side of it. On the light side of it, I've got massive gifts and abilities, we all have, that are being brought through, because we are masters of our own lifetime. We're here to master the human experience, but master's the key word. Some people do an IROG or mastery, but I mean, take the preconceptions of what you think master is, but think about the word mastery. Mastery is practicing something again and again and again and again to get really good at it. Do you know what I mean? That's what a master is. And we are all that. And we all have the capabilities to be able to master anything we want in this life just by practicing and practicing, which is why failure is such a powerful gift for us, because it's only failure that can grant you the mastery, right? Going to get into that in the next video. However, sickness, that's what's happening. You're being prepared. Chill out. You got nothing to do. Everything is sweet as a nut. You're a powerful, powerful super being in a physical body. There is good reason as to why you're going through what you're going through. Just let it all unfold. In January, you'll start to get more of a vision of where what's going on and why. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Number 2, unexpected opportunities. Things are falling apart. But are they though? Unexpected opportunities is a complete game changer, change in direction. Now, I've been channeling Merlin a lot. In fact, I might even have to do a video on him, because he's been speaking very, very loudly. And he has basically been saying to me the same things the Great Sphinx has been saying to me, which is we are being prepared. We have to be super still to allow that preparation to take place, right? So there's very little action here. This is not what's going on right now. It's the divine feminine. Just allow yourself to be. Everything will fall into place, right? So he was saying the same thing. You are being prepared for a complete change in role. And I'm like, how much of a change in role? And he's like, well, look at your life 2025. And I'm going to share with you now. I mean, I'm going to the States in February, which I do every year, starting to do that. And I've had everything planned at an expo, boom, 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 all falling apart. Does this mean that I'm sat here going, oh my God, my whole purpose is all going wrong, it's imploding and exploding? No, absolutely not. I did in the beginning, but then I was like, okay, I'm being redirected to something better. Something better is coming for me. That was my idea. Merlin's saying, right, okay, there's something much better than that. And what's important is what we have to do is let go of the old ideas of self to allow Merlin and our masters, our ascended masters that support us, to show us the new way. But if we're still holding on to the old and like how the world I thought was according to Marie, then he can't get in there and basically show me what's got to go down. So if it is falling apart for you and things are all of a sudden, because let me tell you, my whole 2025 year is kind of gone, yeah, we're not doing that. And I'm like, okay, but I know it's for good reason. So if you're having the same thing, nothing's going wrong. It's the divine feminine at play. We're not supposed to know where we're going and we're letting go of the need to know. And also as well, it's the new earth timeline. Nothing bad's going on here, just complete upgrades. So we have to let go and let God, right? There is something brand new coming in. It's always going to be better than what you anticipated. Just wait and see, right? So number 3, brand new ways for you to show up, right? And this kind of like dovetails from that point number 2, right? So if you are a conscious creator, or you've been getting yourself prepared to get out there to be a conscious creator, sharing your work out there, just showing up and being your divine you, right? Let me tell you, if you've been doing it a certain way, expect something absolutely brand new right out of the ballpark to come into your space. So what I'm saying is what you thought you knew about yourself, there is another layer that is being unlocked right now in your tablet of light, and you didn't even know it was there, and it's going to blow your socks off, and you're going to go, holy shit, I didn't know I could do that. And there may have been little tasters, little fragments of that in your life. Do you know what I mean? For example, maybe you used to journal quite a bit and you'd bang out the odd poem. Well, who knows? Maybe you're about to bang out 5 books which are just printed poetry and publishing. It could be like that, or it could be completely different. Right now you're working as an accountant, and next year you're going to be basically some spiritual teacher standing on a mountain preaching the word. I mean, like, who knows? But what it is just exciting, and it's fun and expressive and it's creative. And yeah, so basically how you've been showing up, don't block it by trying to push that new way through. If you're finding being a bit uninspired with what you're doing, because I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling like there's a brand new way that I can show up, and a better way and a more expressive way, something that excites me a lot more. And, and that's kind of like how we should be feeling, which means that's all I'm just going to go as far as that with that, and then allow the rest to be shown to me. So try not to get your little fingers involved. Try not to like faff with it. Just sit and watch the movies. That was what December was all about. There is no action here, only for you to let go of preconceived notions, let go of preconceived ideas, let go of your old life because your new one's about to come in, let go of how you thought it was going to end up, let go of your addiction to pain, let go, just let go, okay? And the sooner you can do that and just take that big exhale, the easier this is going to become. Today is the first day over the whole of December that I've actually had enough of a spirit in me to actually do a video. Since the last energy update, that was a little bit of a struggle, but it was like, oh, I've been under it. My energy has felt like a low mode phone. Meaning, when you put it on power save and everything like that, the phone still does what it needs to do. But the thing is, it's just like, it's not on its brighter screen, or it's not on this. I've been like that. And I'm like, whoa. And today my energy is coming back just a little bit. So, you know what I mean? Allow that. So now point number 4, the stillness. Okay. I've spoken about this, about the stillness, the solstice. You know what I mean? I think I said it at the beginning of the video, but like the solstice is where the sun didn't move. It didn't move at all. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't for 3 days. And basically that's what we should be doing. That was the tone of this month. It just compounded, drove home, communicated more about this stillness thing. Do you know what I mean? And there's such a peace in that, and there's such a comfort in that, where you just tell your inner child, if you freak out when you try and let go, I just sit there, and my vision is the mothers holding hands around me. Little Marie sat in the middle, because that's my inner child, and they're just holding their hands. I'm in their inner circle, and that's what I visualize. And I just say to myself, you're so safe. You are so safe. You're just so safe. You're held by the mothers. You're so safe. And they are humming in the background. And it's just a real visual that I go to that makes me just calm down. And if you can come with a little visual of that in the moment that can just rest your system, then that's really, really powerful. Because think about it. If you were feeling safe inside, that would be the one emotion or one experience that could change your whole life. So maybe just sit with that when you tweak out. I'm safe. I'm so safe inside. Everything is safe inside, which means everything is safe out there. I'm safe, So that's that. So now, number 5, pick a reality. Okay, this might be, try it. See how you get on. Let me know, right? Pick a reality. I was sat pondering this last night. And just a few days ago, I was like, right, I'm going to pick a reality as if it was a box on a shelf, right? So imagine this, because this is my basic. I don't know where archaic came from. I've got a head full of snot still, so work with me. This is my very, very basic brain on how I do my energy work. So I imagine a whole shelf full of lots of different boxes. And in each box, there is a reality. So one says joy, one says love, one says play, one says abundance, one says adventurer. Do you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. So as I'm looking at these boxes, I'm like, oh, today I get to pick a reality. So I look at that, and I've been picking joy. So I'm like, I'm going to go for joy. So I pull that big box of joy down and I put it in front of me. And as I open the box, it says inside, the only task that you have today is to find everything that is joy in your life, but you've got to look for it. So this is where I get into my childlike mode. I'm like, oh, this is like an Easter egg hunt. I'm like, right. And they kind of say to me, my guides or my inner me says, go and find joy in everything. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, okay. So off I go. And as I'm driving, in the whole day, I'm like, oh, be conscious. That tree gave me joy. It's because it's pretty. And I'll look at it, oh, that flower. You know what I mean? Be conscious. That flower's giving me joy. I'm so joyful because I have my health, actually. And I went to the gym an hour ago, so I feel good. I'm joyful because that song I just played 2 seconds ago, Afro House, got me jamming. That brought me joy. I'm really joyful because I have a family that loves me. You know what I mean? I'm really joyful. Maybe if you don't have a family, maybe your cat adores you because that cat gives me joy. Do you see what I'm saying? So play a game with yourself. Don't get it complex. Just do that. And then the more you focus on that in quite a visual way, I'm telling you now, things shift exponentially. So now, just to finish off on this video, that's your joy exercise or something like it. I was also thinking about the power of addiction, which I've mentioned, right? Addiction to pain. So let's just say joy is in one box and pain is in another. Now, you're very, very aware that in that joy box, it's full of cupcakes, it's full of nice things, sweeties, chocolates, and just joyous things. It's like a Jack-in-a-Box. You open it up and it's just like, oh, amazing. It's like a portal you can go into and there's just lots of magical things in there. You can journey to magical places. It's like, it's the box, right? To the right, there's a box which is basically labeled pain and you lift it up and it just stinks. It's got darkness in there. It makes you feel like you want to vomit. Do you know what I mean? So you're very well aware of the two boxes. So why is it when we sit there, okay, because this is what we do, that we always go to the pain box? Because that's what we do in our lives. That's been the issue, hasn't it? But we know that in there it's beautiful. Why would you do that? Why would you go for a plate of rotten food instead of a plate of like really nice food? We'll just go for the rotten food. That's how crazy this is. So it's dropping in, right? Do you know why? Because it's where we've always gone. It's habit. So if it's habit, which is obsessive and gets into a dark energy, becomes addiction. Addiction then becomes just a very, very ingrained belief system habit that you can't get away from. That is how crazy we are making, but that our choice of energy goes. So think about that is just an addiction to that box, because I always go there. Because that one always, it's going to make me shit. But like, you know what I mean? Why would you want to? Of course you want to go for the joy box. So think about things in a more literal sense. It's going to help you go through the layers and unlock, unpack, dismantle, disintegrate your subconscious habits when it goes for making a choice in your day. There you have it. With that being said, I'm going to leave that one there because there's other videos to come. And yeah, just have a beautiful Christmas. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas. And I just want to say to every single person that I have met through my channel and other places, and we've all come on here and everything like that, thank you for showing up. Thank you for you. Thank you for us. Thank you for making my work just so fun. And we have so much joy and laughter when we do the rooms together and things like that. And I just want to say thank you for receiving everything that I put out there, because sometimes I think I'm a bit bonkers. And then all of a sudden you come back and you're like, oh, it resonates. And I'm like, oh, you're bonkers too. Love it. Love it. So with that being said, let me sign off here. So many blessings to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.